The B2S Podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
What up, world? What up, good people? What it do? Hey, once again, welcome to the Blueprint to Success Podcast. And I'm your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. And I'm joined by my brother from another mother, Alxndr. What up, bro?
What's happening? What's cracking? What's popping?
What's
all that?
cracking?
What's going on?
What it do? Another week.
Another week of, man, it's good, man.
It's good.
It's good. I mean, that's you know what? That's an understatement.
Yeah. Well,
Understatement,
that's
bro.
good, then.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Understatement. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna keep it like that.
That's what's up, man. What's up? And also joined to my right, your left, my co-host, my brother from the same mother, Boy Wonda. What up, bro?
Hey, what it do? Hey, you already know what it do. Cause when I do what I do it when I do it, cause I do it. You feel me?
Well, God, dog, just do it then.
Just do it. Man,
What's going on, bro?
man, good, man. Blessed, bro. Just working, grinding this album out, and we'll be shooting the video down in Miami for the OK joint. So,
Oh, no, you didn't.
yeah,
No, you didn't.
we gonna do it, dog. Man. I'm looking forward to that, man. Like,
Oh, man, I can't wait to see that myself.
And so, shouts out to all the supporters, man. Been getting great feedback from the album, bro. I'm still working. I'm still in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm still writing, working on other projects already, and just keep working,
Yeah.
man. I stay sharp with the writing too.
Yeah.
So, I came across a nice joint.
Oh. You know, don't forget about them big brother perks.
Never in your life. You ain't gotta worry about these antennas.
Hey, you remember that cartoon we watched back? We had with Uncle Junior house and the black dude. And he like, what your goddamn man? And they was shooting things.
Hey, what's your goddamn man?
Oh man. Be like, hey bro, hey, what your goddamn man?
So
Alxndr, I got to see if I can find it, bro. It was his car.
Yeah,
It's his old Bugs Bunny cartoon, bro. And the hunter wasn't Elmer Fudd this time. It was a black dude.
Yeah.
I bet you that was like one episode.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, because that was the only one time I seen that dude on.
One
I ain't seen
episode.
him no more.
One episode. He was in and out. Straight up.
No miss it.
And I forgot how old we were at the time, but bro, oh man, my cousin HL, man, shout out to H, bro. And,
So
we was watching these series of videos and cartoons on the back then VCR, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that was the first time I actually heard Sinbad like from start to finish on a comedy show.
Yeah.
And my uncle had this VHS tape of him doing a stand up, bro.
I remember.
Had us in stitches. Like I would watch his sitcoms and shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But just to see him, like, just to watch a segment of him on his set, bro.
Yeah.
Cause my mom had she had a toothache that year when we went down there for vacation, and they ended up having to do emergency. I think I moved one of her wisdom teeth. And bro, it was so funny, bro. That like Sinbad was just killing it, boy. She was laughing so hard, boy, cause she couldn't open her mouth. And boy, tears was just rolling down her cheeks, man. It was just like, boy, it was fun. It was, yeah. And I've never seen that Bugs Bunny cartoon before, and they just exposed us to that. Boy, we was tripping.
I
Exactly.
ain't never seen nothing Sinbad before.
Oh,
Like
bro,
my family ain't
it's
never watched no Sinbad. Like
bro,
you know.
classic. That's
yeah. I
So
can't think
he's
of the
funny.
name of it.
Like am I just late? Like he's really
Bro.
funny or
If I
he's
could,
funny.
I'm gonna try to
He
see if I
funny.
can
funny?
Google it. Like, cause
Yeah.
you know you can just put certain words and then it pops up.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm gonna see if I can, and I'm gonna send it to you. Like, bro, that joke, like, oh, it was hilarious. Like, bro, it had me in stitches, man.
It sure enough had daddy in stitches, boy. Daddy was hollering, bang, popping out the forehead, like tears down his
Yeah.
eyes. Bro, it was funny.
Yeah, like you know, he good. Like he good. Like he
Yeah.
and he keeps it. He keeps it clean. And but yeah,
Is
he
he
dope.
like joke funny or reaction funny? Because you
Both.
know every comedian got their
Both.
niche.
He
You know what
got
I'm
it,
saying?
bro. He
Like
got
both.
it.
He funny.
He
He all
got
around.
natural,
Okay.
organic,
Yeah.
funny, and he can make you respond and laugh just off the cuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
He got it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's dope.
I ain't never watched none of this stuff. So.
Yeah, it's dope. So man, once again, man, we got into the last episode. Like kind of, we just dive right in, man. And once again, y'all know these are pre-recorded because of our schedules. So
Yes, sir.
we're actually 2 weeks into the new year. So we just shot the first episode of the new year last week, and so this
Yes,
is
sir.
the second episode of the year 2023. So happy New Year to everybody!
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year was happening.
Yeah, happy New Year, man. I hope y'all got some great things planned, and just remember, if the things will never go your way, it ain't about the vision as far as if it don't happen the way you want it to happen, you give it up, but you continue to move towards because the vision don't change, but the method may change. The
Fact.
direction, the way you get there, it may change, but never lose sight of the vision. So
Yeah, that's where you learn how to pivot.
yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Oh, guess who's back?
Oh yeah, for sure. Come on, bro.
I go, didn't you?
You stupid.
Bro, come on.
Bounce back like a spring.
You're like the old that toy we used to play with back in the day when you punch it and it bounce back, hit the ground. I thought I was through, did you? Oh man.
Oh, boy.
Oh man.
Yes,
So, yeah.
sir.
So what's been going on, guys, man? What's been going on?
Oh, man.
Just chilling like a villain, making moves, shaking,
Chilling,
making,
making moves.
Yeah.
Just watching how everything move, how everything's different now, and
Yeah.
just really planning off of that, man, and just learning the industry and just how to move in general, just because of the way things are. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you don't have that fan base or if you're still building on it.
Right.
Um,
Right.
building more content, like creating more content to put out just from a funny side of me, and just getting my YouTube subscribers up, everything, and just putting out great content that people can enjoy and look at over and over. So
Yeah.
just working, man, and working on different projects with other homies of mine and doing different features. So just keeping my gift sharp and
Yeah.
doing rehearsals and prepping for the road. And so, man, just really exploiting my gifts and every gift that God's given me, whether it's through graphics, whether it's through producing, comedy, music. I'm all in.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
just really just trying to be great with the small, with the little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I want to shoot, man. Let's go ahead and dive in, man. I want to start it off with piggybacking off of our last segment, bro.
Right.
From your concert, man, and you talked about at one point during the concert, you pointed out how me and you are big on mentoring and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and the response from some of the texts you were getting, and you had somebody give their lives to God, and because of what the presence of God that they felt, and then getting back to that, where people are genuine, and and talked about that, and so I just want to kind of dive in, man. We're talking about that a little bit, and as far as mentoring and being the forerunners and the frontliners of the generation, to kind of because um, I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but it ain't the fact like that we losing, but in a sense we losing, man, because when you look at the next generation,
Right.
you don't see a lot of the respect, you don't see a lot of the honor, you don't see a lot of the things that we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a
And
huge shift.
it's been a huge shift in society and how we think, how we process things.
Right.
And so, like you said, you're definitely big on mentoring.
Mhm.
And so I just want to kind of open it up with that, man, and kind of see where you want to kind of piggyback off of that. And then we'll
Okay.
just kind of shoot off from there,
Yeah. I know with mentoring it started with us.
Yeah.
Just through different engagements, through life experiences,
Mhm.
people I would come in contact with, whether it's on my job. Um, but it really struck a nerve for me. Um, I want to say about probably about 5 years now. And I'm seeing how a lot of our OGs or those who kind of mentored us and
Mhm.
we learned from
Mhm.
are passing away.
Mhm.
And it's just like it don't really hit you until it's close to
Right.
home, until it's
Right.
somebody you know is
Right.
just like what. And there was one pastor, I won't mention her name, and she allowed me to be in her home and their family, and like just from day one just been close like that. And I was feeling this urgency, like, man, I gotta go see her. Like,
Mhm.
hey, let's set this up. You know what I'm saying? It's just in my spirit, like, man, I gotta go see her. And it wouldn't leave me. And then coming into the new year, um, shortly thereafter, she passed.
Mhm.
And then another big pastor that we know,
Mhm.
I won't say the name just out of respect. Um, he passed shortly after her. I was like, what is going on?
Right.
And I know these are people that still have gifts and callings, and they're actively in their purpose.
Mhm.
Like, I know it can't be over just like that.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with what was on the table.
Right.
Um, that's
Mm.
when it really struck a chord with me, the importance of mentorship. I've always seen it as an importance, as a value,
Mhm.
but it really struck a nerve with those two
Mhm.
because I've learned from them. I've had the opportunity to meet them, um, and even do shows at doing rehearsals at their ministry.
Mhm.
So it struck a chord in me, bro. Just like, okay, I got to do my part now.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, and when you look at being a mentor, man, you got to offer that
Yeah.
because they're not going to ask for that because they don't know how to ask for that.
Oh, okay.
They'll tell you
Mhm.
in a way of their actions and what's going on with the world, but sometimes you got some that will tell you, but
Mhm.
for the most part, they won't tell you because from one, of being hurt, being let down because they failed to mentor them like how
Mhm.
they was hoping it would happen. And so I even give you an example with my boy Sam. When I first met him at the Comedy Kings halftime show,
Mhm.
and it was just like just pulling, bro. Just like I felt like you know what I'm saying. I should like, bro. Let's link up, man. Let's exchange numbers. Let's
Mhm.
like he's like, man. And the way he lit up when I said, bro, whatever you need, I got you, man. I got contracts if you need the template because he's going to school too. So
Mhm.
he was like, man, I want to go to school for business, this, that, and third. Like, well, I was like, well, all right, bro. Well, I got contract templates out that I can offer to you, that I can email to you. And he was like, for real? And the way I see him light up, bro, is just like he's teachable.
Right.
And when you can find something in somebody that is a mentee that you don't have to kind of like really
Right.
tug a war with, boy, that's rare.
Oh,
That's
oh, oh, yeah.
special,
If I gotta chase you to mentor you, it ain't gonna be no mentoring,
bro, at all. And
Nah, I'm not gonna chase you to give you help. Nah, I'm finna not. Nah,
exactly,
I'm not
you
finna do
gotta
that.
want it.
Yeah.
And bro, and it was just the fact that, man,
Yeah.
and then after the show, we all did our thing. We had the set broken up to where I go up and open it up. He come right behind me, then Knowledge come right behind him, and then Tim will come right behind Knowledge. So we did the show, and afterwards he's like, man, he posted on Facebook like it was dope meeting these dope men of God, like, and how he explained it was just like genuine.
Mhm.
It's like you don't really hear that because people don't want to offer something because why?
Mhm.
It requires time
Mhm.
and it requires your resources that you're
Right.
afraid to give away.
Right. Right.
Bro, people don't the more you give, the more you get back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not ultimately doing it just to off the cuff receive something.
Right.
But it's just biblical principles.
So you mean you don't always have to put it in a course for somebody to sell?
Bro, you don't. You don't.
I had to throw
Bro,
that out there.
and there's nothing wrong with that, but the ones that do, you can tell who really gonna do it
Right.
to really help,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people see it as a hustle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, such and such doing the master class. Ooh, I know this. Let me go ahead and put this in the package. Da, 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 da. And the same ones that do that, you don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the master class as much, or they're not being as thorough or using ads to continue to promote that. Because why? They ran out of gas. They thought it was a get rich quick scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't hear from them no more. With Sam, man, just that gave me a fresh breath of air, dog. Like, just saying, just giving it one thou, and that gave me
Yeah.
like just such a hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
you just gotta dig, man.
Yeah.
And the ones that don't want it,
Mm-hmm.
don't shun them away. They're just not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come a time when
Yeah.
you're gonna need to learn from somebody who's already been where you're going.
Right.
You just have to. And so then with the other guy, Brandon, man, he's like, man, bro, I don't want nothing from you, man. I just wanna learn.
Right.
Man, like, hey, yo, let's set up something. Let's just hang out and just fellowship. You know what I'm saying? That is needed, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, because people are trying to do life by themselves and they don't know how to even
Mm-hmm.
connect with people, because
Mm-hmm.
once again, they ain't getting no first class service.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
they out here, and it's like, our job, bro, is to get people out of survival mode so they can live.
Right.
Everybody's always in this constant, I gotta survive, I gotta survive, I
Right.
gotta survive. Like, you gotta break that.
Yeah.
You gotta do more than survive. You gotta live.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you break that? Well, what do you have to offer?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's big or small.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna unlock to what you need. Like, bro, it's been many times the stuff that I need, I put my own stuff to the back burner
Mm-hmm.
so I can help this person. And God answer my prayer within that, like, minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just from, let me get this out of my system, out of my mind.
Yeah.
As me thinking about it all day ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
So let me go, hey, how can I serve you, man?
Yeah.
What you need help with? And that's just it. We have to
Mm-hmm.
be willing to give what's on the inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanna,
Yeah. We want to hold it and keep it to ourselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we feel like because they use it, what you give them, they're
Yeah.
gonna go farther than what you did with it because you sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that the objective?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to really go as far as you want them to take it?
Right.
So it's huge for me, bro, and that's why I believe we're the frontliners of this generation, because just seeing from what the concert what we did,
Mm-hmm.
and people, like, with all the different flyers with the different shows we got, we just like boom, boom, we on the head,
Yeah.
and people sitting there is like, oh, could you bring this here? Hey, how can we connect? Hey, yo, I got a venue already. You just bring it here.
Yeah.
We'll split it, how set up, however we want to set up, and then everything is going back into the pot to still be able to get to the people and help. Like, this is
Right.
what we want to bring to the table because it's needed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's needed.
Because the world has gone to a place of separation.
Yeah,
And that's what
and
that's what
isolation.
social media does.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why our young people, they don't know how to talk to nobody, because everything is done by text.
Mhm.
So you can't even form a complete sentence, because texting, it don't even require you to do a complete sentence. It's done in code.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so it creates a form of separation. Now, I don't know how to build relationships or connections. I don't even know how to connect with people because I'm so disconnected, because social media don't teach you to do that stuff. You know, you got to come into contact with somebody that's willing to share with you.
Exactly.
Hey, young buck, let me show you, like, no, really, this is really how you get down. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
it's crazy, man.
And there's such a respect that I have for my OGs, for my brothers,
Yeah.
for you, for Petty, from like people in the industry, from Tim, the knowledge, like, man.
Yeah, them some solid cats, man. When I met Tim, bro, I was like, wow, like, dude, I like dude. Then
I mean,
and talking to knowledge the other night, it's like, man, I like that dude, man.
Yeah,
bro.
he's solid. I
Yeah,
remember
he's solid, bro.
When rest in peace, man. The big homie Crescendo passed away, right? So rest in peace. God bless
Yeah,
his
man.
family, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
He was
So
huge too.
I was blowed. So at Dove's album release listening session at the radio station in Tampa.
Mhm.
My first time ever meeting Knowledge. So we exchanged numbers, and then I remember that he said he lived in Orlando. And this is how word of mouth and character is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've never met Knowledge ever, but when I be at Dub House and we be talking, we were having a business meeting, and then he might go on break or go get a sandwich or something, and then he'll start talking about what he got going on. You hear bring Knowledge up all the time, and he always spoke so highly of Knowledge. So when I met him, and then he was just what Dub was talking about. He was just how he talked about him. That's how he is, bro. Straight up. So
Oh, got him.
that's how it goes.
Run, Ricky!
Why you st-
this
fine. So
Back to your regular scheduled program.
you just got Mister. All right, so
Oh man.
so then I felt like I felt comfortable because how he talked about him, and then I met him. He was, you know what I'm saying. So I found out Crescendo passed. I called him like, bro, man, what's going on, bro, down there? He said. Then he gave me the spill, and then he said, hey, you know, his voice deep. He said, hey, bro, I'm finna did it with my wife. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, my bad, bro. He's not, you good, bro. But that's his stature. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was like, he a solid. He's solid, bro. He's solid.
Real solid, man.
Yeah.
Cause he like, man, you know, I was on the phone with him today. He was like, man, I see you as my little brother, man. You know, like I'm grateful to God, our circle of brothers, that we have this bond,
Yeah.
and his brotherhood and his friendship that and we just throw scriptures in the group text and things like that, man. And it's like it's needed. And I think about just like even with Daddy, just his character rings so loud. Like, oh, you squeak son? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's how I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just like, bro, I
Yeah.
done got so many discounts just at auto
Yeah.
events. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's your daddy. Oh, okay. Let me take this extra off.
Right.
Like, I was like, come on, pop, come through. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it shows you how important your character is.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
The reflection of who you desire to be, but more importantly, like what type of mark you planning to leave. Because,
Right.
bro, like no matter where I went throughout the city, Daddy name rang. Be like, oh, he still got the bug. Everybody know him for the bug.
Yep.
Like no matter where you go,
Yeah, you heard him before you saw him, though.
is exactly because he had that bug humming. Boom.
Yeah.
And
But,
so,
but you know, when coming to that frontline stuff,
mhm.
I think a lot of reason why a lot of men and women, not just men,
Right.
because
Go for it,
because a leader is a leader. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think men need to realize that women are leaders too.
Mhm.
Like if your woman got a better idea than you do, you might want to take her idea,
Right.
especially if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like go and dumb down. You go, all right, baby, you right. You might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Be humble.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of reason why men don't. Guys, we're talking about Christian hip hop, right?
Right.
You said you gotta expose your resources
Mhm.
and your time, and you have to get exposed too.
Yeah.
Because if you not like this, I can't cling on to you.
Right.
Like you talking about praying in your rap song, you talking about this and that. How come we never pray?
Mm-hmm.
Or you talking about fasting and this and that. How come we never talk about fast? Like, or how come we don't ever do those type of things? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, they still struggling with stuff. So everybody struggle with something.
Right.
Exactly.
So when we struggle with something,
Right.
we feel like, man, I ain't qualified because I still got this I'm dealing with. But in our actuality, we do qualify.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we be scared to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You open up, cause you never know that person might see something that you don't want to be trying to, hide stuff that you want nobody to see.
Yeah.
Let it be shown. I think
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people
And
don't
they're
be
respecting you
mentors.
for it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause you're not trying to deny or hide it, but at
You know
the
what
same
I'm saying?
time, you being real. Like how you
Yeah.
said this past weekend, everybody had their struggles, but you can't fake being real.
Right.
That hit like a brick.
Yeah,
Bars.
yeah, that's it, man. Everybody had their struggles, but you can't fake being real, man. Because listen, man, it goes back at the story with
But you can't fake being real because the struggle is real.
Bars.
It is.
When you struggling, it's real.
It's real. It's real.
Like,
You got to
Ain't no
deal
faking
with it.
about it. Yeah, you got to deal with it.
Ain't no use you holding on. It's like it's crazy, man. I had this meeting right with a bunch of young people, right? And I called it the meeting of the millennials. It's a couple years back before the pandemic, and it was before the Transformers conference for that year. And I picked the age group from I want to say like 18 or like early 20s, right? And I picked a certain group of people, you know what I'm saying? And I reached out to them personally. Some of them reached back, and honestly, some of them didn't, and the ones that didn't kind of was surprising to me. So I just wanted to kind of get like an idea on what the problem is with the young church or with the young people coming to church, right? Like what's the issue? I already know what the issue is because I studied, I did the stats. Right. So there's this statistic, and I don't remember off the top because it's been a while since I studied it, but there are stats out there that as far as like youth that participate in youth ministry, right? The percentage of them keeping that going after high school dropped significantly. Oh yeah. So it was like, okay, where if the number drops significantly for youth that are regular participants, then how bad is it for the ones that don't bring their kids to the youth ministry at all, period? How much loss is there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like we're trying to find that disconnect. And so, of course, it's the normal thing. People hypocrites. They don't let us do this, and our voice isn't heard, and bada, boom. So I already knew to expect that. So when we got there, had a little, some little spread for them, nothing big. So and I had intentions on not keeping them long. So because it was on a Saturday morning, right? So, so we getting it going. So I opened up the meeting concept with, hey, this is what it is. Hey, I just me being a youth pastor, man, I don't like what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying with the young people. You know what I'm saying. So, help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this, like, and I laid it on the table, man. I said, you know what? No answers, wrong answer. You ain't got to worry about me going back screaming y'all's names, saying, hey, oh man, they said blah blah blah. No, this is a private meeting between us. I want to know really what's going on. Right. So, long story short, get through the conversation. Of course, everything that came out of their mouth was every statistic that I studied. Wasn't anything different. So I played devil advocate. So I say, hey, I hear y'all. And I'm going somewhere based on, what some of the things y'all said. I said, I hear y'all. And everything that y'all said is already what I studied. It's already there. But I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? I can't speak for nobody else, but I know it's for the ministry that I serve in. We don't do that. There's been plenty of times where I reached out to young people for their ideas, for their input, for their insight. Give you a seat at the table. Nobody comes to the table. What's up with that? Quiet. Crickets. Quiet, bro. Like, I hear you. So let's do this. So in this, you can, and I know I just, spit out this specific situation, but it's actually universal. So are we going to continue to gripe about the problem, or are we going to find a solution to the problem? You see what I'm saying? Because as long as the problem remains a problem, nothing gets solved.
And there's nobody, and the responsibility is placed on somebody else that they hope pick up.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the accountability was like, I hear you, but hey, here's a seat at our table. We want your participation. We want you to spear stuff. We want your voice. The problem is y'all don't want to be held accountable.
Yep.
Because, hey, we're going to do things a certain way. It's going to be of excellence. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you ain't just gonna come in here when you want to come.
Nope.
You're not just gonna respond how you want to respond. And this goes back to talking what we did with the last episode, talking about a first class experience. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and I figured that was the disconnect, and it just goes, and it's like, this is my picture of what's going on with this generation, right? It's like, and I use this example. It's like somebody running in the park. You're running in the park, and I'm sitting on the bench, just chilling, and then they stop, you know, like right there where I am, and they notice that, hey, they got blood running down their ankle. And it's like, oh, yo, hold up, I got a bandage in my bag right here. Oh, no, I'm good, but you're bleeding. You're not good. Let me give you this. Oh, no, I'm good.
I'm straight.
I'm straight.
Yep.
And that's how I see, like, it's like we straight. We ain't straight, but we bleeding. And we gonna tell you that we straight. So instead of being, you know, just up front and be like, nah, yeah, I'm bleeding, man. I need some, you know, I need some assistance. I'm just gonna deal with this blood, and now you dripping blood on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's like we got to come to the point of the reality of. One thing about mentoring is I have, like you saying, you got to be open. I have to allow myself to be mentored. You know what I'm saying? I have to allow myself to be mentored. And so I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna spread it out to y'all, man. It's like one of my favorite stories that even deals with mentorship in the Bible is Elijah and Elisha. And I've read that scripture 1,000 times, man. And it was a couple of years ago I had to preach, and God took me there. And I had never saw that before, because you never know what you're holding on to in your life that's keeping you from going to the next level because you're holding on to it. And the story, if you go back and read it, talks about when Elijah came by, Elijah was working in the field with the oxen. And so this guy walks by named Elijah. He's on a mission, doing what God called him to do and going where he was called to go. He's on a mission. He ain't paying attention to Elisha.
Yeah.
But he walks by. Elisha's on the oxen, working. Dude walks by and he stops immediately. Like, hold up. Something about this dude. Like, serious talk. There's something about this dude. I don't know what it is, but I just know I need to link up to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he goes, drops everything that he's doing, goes to his parents, is like, hey, I gotta go. Like, it's something in this dude that I need. It's something that he has that I want.
Yeah.
And so he dropped everything. And listen to this, guys. The Bible says he did this right here. He burned up everything that he was working with. All the tools, everything that he burned it. And I was reading that, and I was like, I never really paid attention to that. I read this scripture 1,000 times, but I never really, and what that was speaking to me is there's no turning back now. Because I just burned up the very thing that I used to get the resources that I need for where I was at that point in time.
So basically what you're saying is that, you know me, I just be.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I hope a lot of y'all like me. Be having to reiterate the stuff. So basically you saying that when he burnt up his tools.
Burnt up the tools, cooked the oxen, everything, bro.
So he burnt up the tools. Basically you saying that from how I'm comprehending it. He turned away from everything that was comfortable that he knew to him.
Bro, that's it.
Yep.
To step into something that's
didn't even know what it was. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
And you know what? I think just speaking for me, that's where I'm at, like, right now. Like, let me completely go a different route.
Yeah.
I'm tired of tibbling, going back and forth, like double.
Like double dutch, yeah.
Let me hop in there. Let me hop in there real quick. You feel me? But yeah, that's dope though. So
yeah. I read that thought. I'm like, whoa. Like once you let that go, it's like ain't no turning back. It's like He saw something, and then you got to realize when the mantle was, and we're talking about being on the front line, right? Being frontliners. And he was talking about when the mantle was dropped, he told Elisha, he was like, here's the crazy thing. This, like ET say, boy, you gotta want success as bad as you want to breathe.
Yeah.
He said he was like, and all throughout the process, he was following Elisha, and Elijah kept pushing him away. Bro, Elijah kept pushing him away. Go back and read the story. Elijah kept dude, I'm going places that you don't need to be. You can't go. No, wherever you go, I'm going. That was Elijah's mentality. Like, wherever you go, I'm going, point blank. And then it was come to the point where he was on a journey, and he comes across what was called the school of the prophets. A lot of these prophets, right? They was gathered up. They was jarring and picking at him, like, dude, what you doing? Like he gonna lead you, right? Like it's gonna be some point, and then he was like, "Yo, bro, shut up! Like I'm good. I know that. I'm not gonna, it was like whatever. Like that was his attitude, bro. Like you gotta shut the naysayers out of your life. Like even they don't agree with what you're doing, and the direction that you're going in. You gotta believe in enough of the direction that you're going in that you're willing to let everything behind you go and follow what you don't even know that's coming to you.
That's bro.
That's powerful, dog.
You hitting all the choirs over here.
I feel lit right now, bro. Like, it's like, bro, because I'm talking to myself right now too, bro.
You definitely talking to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like they're picking at him, bro. Like he finna leave you. Like, bro, shut up. I got this. Like y'all think y'all know what y'all know, but you don't know.
Is that sometimes you got he got insight that nobody couldn't even understand.
You understand? Because it's his vision. Even though he don't know what it is, it's his vision. You don't know how it's going to come out. You don't know how it's going to end up, but it's your vision. But you let people talk you out your vision.
Yeah, because at the end, you don't know how it's going to go. You don't know how you're going to get there, but you see yourself a certain type of way.
Right.
And me working with these tools, it's not doing it.
It ain't work. Nah.
This saw not doing it. This hammer, I'm getting blisters in my hand.
Yeah.
Every time I be hitting the nail, I miss and hit my thumb.
Yep.
Half my thumb black, the other half white.
Still ain't healed properly.
This ain't working.
Bro, God bless the dead, man. My homie, man, Nick. When Nick was alive, bro, and he was teaching us carpentry work, bro, just something that it just brought my mind right to it, man. Just like we was nailing something. I forgot what we was doing. He was working on the job, and sometimes he would hit pastor up. Pastor would go work on the job with him, and then they started incorporating me. So I'm learning how to do stuff. Right. And so he was like, "Yo, bro, here, this is what I need you to do. I need you to take this piece of wood right here, and I need you to take these nails and the hammer, and I need you to bam these together. Boom, boom, boom." So I can do that, because everybody know Mike ain't no handyman, but hey, you teach me, I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got the nails, I'm bamming them in there, boom, 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 going to the nail, boom, 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 boom. And if anybody know Nick, everybody know if you ain't doing it right, Nick get frustrated, but Nick will be like, "Man, bro, come on, let me show you how to do that."
Yeah.
For real. So he said, "Listen, you got to grab it right here. You got to grab the handle right here and watch this." He grabbed the two pieces, grabbed the nail, 2 hits. Boom, boom, gone. Next one. See, it's all in it. See, he was mentoring me.
It's an art form, yeah. It's a
you see what I'm saying? So you ain't got to take all day. So boom, you can hit those 2 going. So I'm like, "Oh, bet, I got it." Okay, so I did. He's like, "Here, try it." And see, once he said he didn't just, he's like, here, try it. He just showed me and then walked off. He was like, "So y'all mentors out there, you can't just expect them to grab. You got to show them." So so I did it, bro. And I was like, "Oh, stop, I got it." You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was like, dang. I was like, okay. So it's like, as he's going, as Elijah's going, and he's like, dude, just go. Just go. He's like, "No, man, wherever you going, I'm going." So when it was time for Elijah to be taken up, the conversation was like, so now the mentor is like, "Man, what do you want from me?" Like, dude, I'm sunning you away, and you connected to me like a leech.
I want that double portion.
He was like, "Give me that." He's like, "I want a double portion. I want a double portion." And here's the thing that got me, bro. I'm gonna shoot a twist on it. right? We always talk about double portion on the anointing, right? Bible, if I remember right, the Bible didn't say it. He said he wanted a double portion of his spirit, if I remember right. What makes you do what you do? The anointing is an enabler, right? It is. So I can see how they can
right. How they can tie the two
together, right? But you gotta remember, like, dude, what makes you do what you do? What makes you go after what you go after, even after all the ridicule, even after all the failed situations, even after all the letdowns, even after all the disappointments? Like, what is in you,
bro,
that makes you do what you do? Forget about what you're doing. What is causing you to do what you do?
I'm gonna throw this phone at you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I bleed different. I think different. Think different, be different, live different.
Bro.
You know.
You in the vein. You in the vein. I was on the phone with Strike. Strike was like, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, I see the growth in you, bro. Like, knowing what I know behind the scenes, what you went through the last 2-3 years, bro.
Yeah.
And you didn't gravitate to anything outside of what God would be pleased with to try to get through it and just be in a place to where you ain't you. And he was like, man, what you went through, like, bro, I commend you, bro, because not a lot of people can do that. Like, just to see your grind and knowing the heartache and the pain, you losing your mama, you losing your music, you had so many other losses, but your faithfulness to God, bro, it's just like it's unmatched. Like, you don't see that. It's rare. And I was like, man, I appreciate that, bro. Because, you know, sometimes you got to hear those things. And so when you think about that right there, think about what Elisha did, bro, that the rich man couldn't do. The rich man didn't have to burn nothing. The Lord was like, just, all right, deny everything, get that what you got away, and follow me. Pick up your cross and follow. This man burned everything.
Right.
He's like, man, forget this. Hey, what you doing? Hey, I just burned everything, but I'm coming with you. Nah,
and look, bro, here's the thing about it, though, because when you trying to go to somewhere you never been before, you can't play around with that stuff. Like,
right.
Like, look, you gotta prune that stuff off. Like, so the reason why he didn't just hide it or bury it is because, bro, flesh is weak. It's easy to go back to what we knew before.
Yeah.
You can dig it up and go look for it. But when you burn it, you can't ashes. You can't
access
use
to
that.
It no more.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's because you have to
ashes.
completely remove that away.
Yeah.
So, God, you know what? The only way that I'm going to take this step is if I completely get this out of my system. You have to remove it, give me the strength to take it away from me so I don't go back to it. Change my heart so I don't go back to it. Change my mind so I don't go back to it. Because you know me.
Yeah, exactly. Right, right,
you know,
right.
A step, I ain't moving the toe. The toe not finna, it's not going nowhere unless it's completely gone.
Right. Bro, that's one of the worst things. I really believe this is one of the worst things. Being handed over to yourself in a reprobated mind state.
Oh, most definitely.
Imagine that, bro. Dude just burnt everything. It's like, yo, I'm going with you.
I'm all in.
I'm all in. Man, if you don't get away from me, nah, I can't do that.
I'm all in.
No, you part of my purpose now.
Right.
We Siamese twins. We helped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
be like, what's the ninja name? Get over here.
and Scorpion. So imagine the type of level of faith for somebody he ain't even know.
Bro, just like I just sense like bro, dude, I don't know this dude. I don't know about this dude. Like, but I need to go where he at though. That's different.
That's a different level of intimacy with the Lord there.
Man, look, bro, I was at a conference and
the B2S Podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
shout out to Myron Golden, man. Real astute dude, man. Like that joker can break the word down according to like purpose and even like type wealth principles and like and be on it, bro. Ain't no like off the wall type stuff. Like just blow your mind. Like y'all go like y'all go check him out. Myron Golden is his name. Like dude, I was just talking about this with a young lady that just met him. I say, listen, I met that dude at one of my mentors conferences a couple years back. Blow my mind. Listen, I went to go use the bathroom. I come back. I'm getting ready to go back in. And so, because he had just got off the stage and we was going on break. And so as I'm coming back in, he's coming out. And bro, he just started talking to me, bro, in like in a matter of 5 minutes and just told me everything I needed to do without knowing anything about me. I say, yeah. Oh, bro.
That's a different level.
Like this dude, like, and ever since that day, I just been following him, man. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but I had to put myself in that environment to experience that. You know what I'm saying? And so even though we're talking about being frontliners, those that are waiting to be a part of that front line to where you're dropping nuggets for somebody else, you have to put yourself in environments that you can glean from people like that.
And you and on top of that, you have to make sure that you have to know like what make you tick too.
Yeah.
Like know what make you tick. Like know what like 5 minutes ago you was amped, right?
Yeah.
Like just how you know what make you amped, a person gotta know what drains you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So stay away from that stuff that drain you. Cause now I'm starting like I talk from the house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to understand what keep me motivated, and I'm starting understanding what don't keep me motivated. Like what are the things that don't keep me motivated? Like so we talking about the front line, right? So when you look at a football field, I don't know nothing about no sports like that. You know what I'm saying? I be joking with my son all the time, like I be, but I don't.
I was dead serious when we was at your sister's event.
What?
When he get to the high school level, the coach is gonna be on it.
Oh man, yeah, he gonna be.
Like they gonna look at just his size alone. They gonna look at that man. Who is that kid right there?
Yeah, he.
Hey, son, you ever thought about playing football?
Yeah, he 14, already about 6 foot. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
shoe size 13 and a half. Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro,
monster.
I'm telling you. Yeah, teach him everything he need to know. Son, don't even worry about it. You never put on no pass in your life? Don't worry about it. I got you.
But the line, my son, like my son saw what happened the other day with my son, like, your daddy, I'm good, right? Yo, I'm gonna be dunking daddy. Like, alright, they get banged up too. It's not your feet be looking crazy when you play sports and stuff, all that stuff, your knees and stuff. But so the front line, like on the field, football field, like the front line,
the O-line,
that's the foundation. If that line break, bro,
you did me.
Everything crumbles. That line gotta stand strong. So when we talking about front line, what happens when your front line gotta be disciplined? You know what I'm saying? What happens when your front line gotta be something like that? What happens when your front line gotta be patience?
Yep.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
You can mess up a whole relationship for you blowing off out of the mouth because you can't keep your cool.
Yep.
You can mess up a whole bloodline because you can't be disciplined.
Yep. That's good stuff, bro. Yep.
So frontline is not just about the people of the people are the front line, but those people need to have front lines for themselves as well.
Yeah.
So the people can line up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about to come up personally. It's not about to come up, when you hear the term come up.
Bro.
Business-wise, I'm going to come up, this, that, and the third. That's, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The come up is personally. It has to be because it has to see eye to eye.
A little personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I speak from the house, bro. So
He's so cool with it.
I know, right?
Like,
You
yo,
know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Like, bro, I
I
speak
speak
to
from the house.
I
gotta love this guy,
house.
man.
I have to say that because you know what I'm saying. Cause we be having real,
Oh,
real
yeah.
Real
like
convo.
somebody asked me, they was like, "Yo, how y'all do y'all?" I said, "Bro, we be having
Real
real."
dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
And this how everything started. So
Exactly.
listen, though, like we be sitting at each other's house
These
and we
living
just
room
be dialogue. We be like,
conversations.
man, like, no, we need to start a podcast. That's how. That's
Yeah.
really how
That's how-
everything went.
yep.
Like, bro, we talking some good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but go ahead, bro.
So look, bro, we talking about discipline, right? So my dad, real bad diabetic. My dad used to, like I told you, my dad he could sleep all day. He be in the kitchen late night. He be eating big old spaghetti bowls, stuff like that. So, I say in one of the a song of mine that I got, I say I feel like I say feeling like I'm 20 years behind.
Mm.
Generational curses, all those habits wasn't mine.
Dang.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So
bars.
when you look at some of the
Wait a
stuff
minute.
that
Hold on. You ain't finna just run around like you ain't just say that, bro.
What track is that, sir?
that's that's not important. It's not important. Track not important.
Go ahead, bro. Judge had the best.
Look at how you looking.
Like,
The track
dude.
not important, but just a point that of some stuff that you may do, you had nothing to do with. Your great.
Wow.
So
Somewhere
somebody's
along down the
line wasn't they didn't have their
Ducks in a row per person.
they line
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
So my dad had an eating thing. When I was young, like 18, 19, I was like 300 and something pounds.
Mm.
So I can't believe I'm saying this right now, bro. Like,
Bro,
So-
you came up, bro. Like when you told me that, I was like, bro, I
Yeah.
never knew that, bro.
yeah, I was like, I was able to fit a size like 49 waist
Wow.
at like
Wow.
19, 18 years old. I was a walking bomb waiting to happen, like a lion, like walking bomb waiting to happen, bro. I felt great, but that didn't mean that it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I was young, but I mean that stuff don't even matter because stuff happened all the time with health. So now when I had to teach myself how to eat again. Now we talking about frontlines.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not just talking about people. We talking about things that can alter your situation, right? So I had to teach myself how to eat again, bro. Bro. But people who, bro, when you have to literally take a bite and tell yourself, put the fork down, chew. Oh, like, and then when you chew your food up, grind your food up, swallow your food, because your stomach is like it's like a weight.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why you're not supposed to eat with smashing foods because you throwing chunks of food in your mouth. So when your stomach, you can have chunks over here, chunks over here, and your stomach don't know when you're full. But if you grind your food up and you eat it, it's like an evenly spread. Your stomach is like a weight. It sends signals to your brain, okay, you're full.
Dang, learn something new.
So you can overeat easily just by not chewing your food.
Right. Makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm eating, okay, put the fork down. Okay, you're full. So years and years and after of that and knowing how to do portions and stuff like that. Years and years and years, right? So now, years later, I'm way better than I was before. You know what I'm saying? But now, when it's like 12:30, it's fried chicken in there. I'm like, man, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Look. When I'm about to go get a wing, after I done brushed and flossed and water picked, when I think everybody's asleep, I go and get me a wing real quick. I say, you know what? I ain't finna warm it up because people gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to close it real soft.
I remember those times.
Look, guess who? And you know he big. Guess who? Right over what's that? You supposed to be asleep. My son. You supposed to be asleep. You supposed to be asleep.
I'm hungry.
Why you in here? I got calls in my mouth. Go. This ain't nothing. So he's seeing me fall back or step over the line of not have my discipline in order. That's showing him what he shouldn't be doing.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So now he's sometimes have to go to, which is good. He goes to a nutritionist, and he's learning about portion and stuff like that. So I have to make sure the best of my ability that I have this in line, because it have to stop somewhere, and it can end right now if I keep that line where I need to go at. So it's more than just people, more than just mentorship. It's about if it's something that you have to get in order, it's on you to get that thing in order. Like, no, so what's that line that you need to put in there to get it straight? You dig what I'm saying? So it's way more than mentorship.
Yeah, and that's why I brought up the point. If I remember right, it didn't quote per se give me a double portion of your anointing. It was a double portion of your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because what mindset do you operate from to where you can do everything what you talked about, that I can discipline myself because, hey, all right, chew my food, stop, put the fork down, chew your food. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mindset. Like, how do you do it? It's like when I ask for a double portion of your spirit, like, it's like that's on a whole different mindset. It's like I think it was E.T., man. That basically he told, it was basically like, and I'm gonna paint it this way. It's a way I don't even know how. It's like coming in contact with somebody, and they got this valuable possession that's worth a whole lot of money, and they just give it away because they saw a need that was greater than what they had. And a person comes up and be like, "Wow," instead of like, "How did you get that valuable thing?" Instead of them asking for that, they're asking for, what made you give them that as valuable as it was? Tell me about that. Versus society is like, I want to, I want to know how to get that possession right though. No. First of all, what type of mindset and what things did you do to get that? And then what kind of mindset and how did you develop that mindset for you to find a need that was greater than what you had, that you was willing to give that away as valuable as it was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. It is. You gotta think about that, man. It's like, cause like we was talking about experiences. It's just like, man, what makes you do what you do? What made you? It's like when he was with what was Lil Props?
Real World Records.
Real World Records, right? Remember we brought the whole clique in. We did a youth event. And bro, we brought the whole clique, because I had told him, I was like, we don't have a whole lot. So, and just being up front, not just trying to stifle, because you got a lot of church, they have resources in there, they just choose not to pay people. Yeah. That wasn't our situation. Like, no, we real small ministry, we really don't have it like that, but we just trying to make a big impact. And we really like what y'all doing. Like, the whole crew was like lit. Like, every last one of their artists was like, you could just put them on stage and let them rip off, like, bro. And I was like, man, I would love to just bring him here and just let him do this thing. So he had talked with Prop, and and Prop was like, yo, bro, so we put everything together, and just going off what I had, like just being like resourceful with what we had. We was in a smaller building, and I had a couple. So I was like, hey, I said, can I use? Is it okay if I can, use your office? He was like, yeah, man, go ahead. Do you? I trust you, And I was like, dude, I said, so can I use that other room over there? I want to set it up like a dressing room type deal. Bring some fruit, water, juice, that type of thing. They just, artists can go in there and be themselves, like, blah, blah. Like, this was my first time doing this thing, right? So he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, man, you go ahead and do that. And I'm just doing what, I felt like to do, just to be hospitable, right? And bro, I don't know where all them kids come from, bro. Like, the church was like standing room, bro. Like, even kids was like hanging outside. Like, it was standing room only, bro. It was live. It was live. And during one of the other artists being on stage, so I'm walking around making sure everybody's straight. Hey man, y'all straight? Y'all need anything else? Blah blah blah. The team, checking up on, like, and bro, Prop blessed me so good, bro. He's like, bro. He's like, man, we love to come back, bro. He's like, man, we've been on big stages, we've been on small stages, been all over the world, bro, but we never received this type of treatment.
Never forget that.
Hold up, bro. You've been all over the world, mega churches. I know. And little old us, he was like, yeah, bro, like serious talk, bro, man. Like, and you can see the passion in his eyes when he said it, bro.
And the sincerity in
Yeah.
his voice. Yeah.
You know, and it's like, well, what makes you want to do something like that? Impact, bro. So we gotta get to the point where we're, I don't want what you have. Where did you get the drive to get what you have?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it may be something, could be something greater that God got for you, but you're settling because you see with your naked eye what they had, but you don't know what it took to get that. You don't know the nights that they cried on their bed because they didn't know where their next meal was coming from, because they went all in and spent every dime that they had and the vision that they had and don't know how they're going to pay their mortgage next month.
Yep.
Dang, boy, that's powerful, bro.
Yeah, because it's either like, yo,
like they just all in. Hey, they at the poker table, chips all in. Hey, bro, I'm all in.
And do it over in a heartbeat because they understand the assignment.
Yeah.
They understand it.
Elisha understood the assignment, bro. I got to pick up where you left off. But that is my favorite story in the Bible when it comes. And I know there's others, but when it comes to mentoring, for me, that's my favorite one, because you see everything from start to finish. You see the ridicule of somebody chasing something that was greater than them, that they didn't even know what they was chasing, but had enough connection to know that I want a double of what you got. And then he tells him as a mentor, listen, if you see me when I'm taking up, your wish is granted. And you know that one of the definitions of see is not just seeing me physically, but if you can understand me on the level that I'm on when I'm gone, you got it. Because what good is it for you to see me because you're with me and the mental drops versus you see me. Okay, now you get it.
You know why? Because
you're going to move different.
You're going to move different. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to act off of it. And it's not going to be like in the stance of, oh, okay, what I do with it
now. Understand. See you coming from that point versus a physicality of, I'm seeing God taking you up and the mantle dropping. Okay, boom, I got it. Shoot, what do I do with it?
Yeah, because some people be in the starstruck mode.
Yeah.
They be so, you just want to be here, but you don't want to learn what's going on. So you just want to be in the midst of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're infatuated with the idea of
it.
But the actual realistic work that you got to put behind the scenes in order to get to where you're trying to go. Oh, this ain't for me.
Right.
Or
now it ain't for you because it's hard. It ain't easy. It ain't come to you in 5 years. How many you in? 15 years in, bro? 16, 17?
Going on 17.
17?
And bro, what keeps me is just like you say, influence, impact, people. Just everywhere I go, man, just hearing people's story and just being able to be an encourager. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is bigger. It's a tool. So what do I do with behind the scenes in order for my music to be exploited in a way that people can relate? That's that mantle. That's that. I see it. And that's why we as human beings be so moved by our favorite artists. And just the realness and the raw authenticity, we feel like that's us. Okay, well, what are you willing to do to get to where they are? What kind of work, what kind of grit you willing to put in? And what are you willing to give up?
He gave it all.
Everything. And didn't even think twice about it, bro.
Didn't even think twice.
It was like, all right, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't even double, he ain't flinch. You know how people hesitate and flinch and
Mom,
like,
Dad, I'm gone.
Because he understood that the assignment, and he understood that the way he was doing it with what he had, this is not working, bro. This is not working. And when it's not working, you gotta burn it and pivot.
bro.
Yeah.
He said,
It's one thing when you work at it. It's
Mhm.
not. Sometimes
Mhm.
we be trying to do stuff and we don't give enough time.
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I saw a post that Ice Cube said. I think it was on Mouth of the Game.
Mhm.
I mean,
$1 million worth of
Yeah,
of game. Yeah.
get it right though, cause they'll come for you. Wallow them come
I-
for you. But Ice Cube, he said something on the lines of, if you're not willing to put at least 5 years into it without getting nothing back, don't even start.
Oh yeah. That's real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't give stuff enough time, but
Yeah.
when you see something, okay, I want to be this type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live this type of lifestyle, and I can see myself living this lifestyle because they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And this over here is not. This got to go.
Mm-hmm.
It has to leave, and I don't blame them. I burn it up too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go back to it. I can't afford to go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I go back to this, everybody who around me gonna be regular.
Mm-hmm.
Man, ain't nobody got time for regular no more. Now look, I'm just saying, regular don't mean better than nobody.
Right.
Like
right.
I think everybody here know what I mean when I say
Yeah.
regular.
Nah, we got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants to.
Exactly.
Come
The
on
thing
now,
is,
like,
nobody wants to live a mediocre life.
Yeah.
But are
At
you
all.
making the choices that would keep you from living a mediocre life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always tell people.
Bro.
It's like, I don't get upset for where people are. I get upset because you chose to stay there.
Yeah.
Because you have a choice. It may take 5 years, it may 10 years, it may take 20 years, but however long it takes, you got to be willing to deal with it to get to where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
because that was some real talk, bro. Like people like, it's hard out here in these streets, bro.
Mhm.
Entrepreneurship ain't for the weak at heart
It
at
ain't.
all.
But you know what? The reason why I feel like, you know what, because when I see what's going on,
Mhm.
like, bro, I can't do it.
Mhm.
Like the time, when you, bro, if I hear one more of my coworkers be like, "Oh, it's payday," I'm like, "Oh my god!" And don't get me wrong, we love when we get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do not get me wrong, we love to get compensated. But when you start reading books like Rich Dad Poor Dad and the Money Quadrant, and you
Yeah.
start studying these guys like, yo, him 500 and David Shands, and you start bringing that stuff like, man, this ain't.
Right, we doing something wrong.
Yeah.
We doing something wrong. Like,
What are you
Yeah.
doing, sir? Mhm.
Yeah.
we doing something wrong. We start understanding what selling your time for money and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with a job.
No, not
There's
at
nothing
all.
wrong with a job.
Not
I'm
at
just
all.
It's a stepping stone.
But-
You got to know where
Trying
you
to
at. And
Yeah.
what you
yeah,
want.
like this.
Yeah.
I just know working this. There's no way that I can work for y'all, badging in every day in and out, and be able to take care of a family of 6 or 7, drive a G-Wagon. In this economic in these times,
Mhm.
to where each one of my children have a room, we ain't sharing no rooms.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We regularly going on vacation.
Mhm.
We got investments doing their thing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We tithing and offering and giving. Hold on, let's run that back. Tithing and offering and giving.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And living, no,
Mhm.
not clocking in.
Yeah, but see that comes to everybody because here's the thing, and I want to spread this for all the listeners before we get off of here. Is what he's saying is that's his vision.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out what your vision is because if you want a better life but you love your job, then that means you just got to make better decisions with what you're doing already. Because if nobody clocks in, then there will be no service for anybody. So you have to learn and understand where you are, what your goals and what your visions are. Because what the world will have you believe right now is you ain't doing it because you're working for somebody else. And that's far from the truth. Because a lot of times that's where you get your start, that's where you get your experience, that's where you get a lot of things. So you have to learn how to cultivate that in its proper sense, because everybody's not meant to. You may think that's what you want, but when the price has to be paid, you're not willing to pay the tab. So you have to be really honest with yourself where you say, you know what? Because even David Shan, and I felt the passion from what he said, bro. And this cat make millions. And he said this right here. He said, if I can get paid what I make at a job that I enjoy, why wouldn't I do it?
Yeah, that's when he said that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Because when you're in ownership, it's a different type of responsibility. You're responsible for payroll. You're responsible for certain taxes. You're responsible for benefits that you offer. It's a whole lot of like responsibility that comes with that. So you got to be like honest with yourself to know, first of all, that even I wouldn't even go so far to say, yeah, it can be a desire, but what is it? What is it you call to? Because there's a weight that's gonna come with that.
Yeah.
So if you're called to that, then then God has already graced you with the grace to be able to handle it. You just got to tap into it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because like once guy got to go back to the story. Like it's like at that point, Elisha was like, "That's part of my purpose. That's part of my calling. It don't matter what it's gonna cost. Matter of fact, I don't care what it costs. I'm gonna show you how much I don't care because I'm gonna burn up everything I got right now. That's taking care of me. And deuces. And so, and here's the crazy thing about the importance of, I guess, the front line, right? Is, and this is what I always say, even in my climb of where I'm going and where I desire to see in my life for my family, right? Yeah. Is my ceiling becomes my kids' floors. So when I tap out, they tap in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, when I tap out, they tap in.
Yeah.
So it's like when the mantle fell and Elisha looks up at Elijah as God is taking him away. What did Elisha do, bro? He picked up where his mentor left off. Because Elisha took his mantle and smoked the waters, bro. What did Elijah do a while back? Go back and read it. He took that same mantle and smoked waters.
I'm gonna definitely go back and check this out. This.
Yeah.
He took the mantle and smoked the waters, and Elisha came back behind and did the same thing. So he picked up where his mentor left off. So whoever we're the front line for, you're the front line of defense for those that's coming behind you. So they should be able to pick up where you left off. And now for those that are being mentees, are you picking up what your mentor laying down? Because if you ain't picking up what I'm laying down, it ain't going to help nobody.
And you got to be careful what you laying down. That's why I said,
boom.
About that. About every time
boom.
I go get an extra something, the first person who see me is my son. The person who I don't want to catch me do it.
Boom.
I got the chicken wing mid-range. I got it right here.
Right.
Daddy. What's that? It's nothing. Go back to sleep. and then guess what? I had to put it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Eat up all the food.
Bro.
Daddy, what's that? It's the chicken wing.
He's stupid.
I'm gonna put it back.
He's so stupid, man. He's stupid, bro. He's stupid.
Bro, that's real spill, man.
Oh, man.
That is real spill. Dog, I was sitting here thinking about what you were saying, and I was like, man, clock out on a job of mediocrity and clock in on a job of excellence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the job, bro, you have to, and when you don't like, I worked for Publix, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, and it was my manager name is Patty. Patty was a millionaire, Publix, straight up. So y'all do y'all work?
Oh yeah.
My 401k, I got M's, so y'all can slack all y'all want to. I didn't slack.
Yeah, dude. Most people that work for Publix and they stick it out. I don't care if you started as a bag boy. They end up with the stocks, options, and the benefits that they provide.
It's out of this world.
Automatic millionaires, bro.
Bro, so look, I worked in the deli department, so we had to spray the machines down and macaroni salad out. It's really cold in there because it can keep everything at a certain temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So we had before the shift start, you have a huddle meeting, projections, safety, the whole spiel. So Miss Patty was like, and for you new guys, she said, if you don't like your positions, the best thing for y'all to do is to get really good at it. And then she just walked out the door.
Dang.
So that was like,
hey, yo, if you know, you know.
Look, she said, for you new guys, if you don't like your positions, my advice to you was to get really good at it. So I was on break, and she was sipping coffee with her feet up on the chair. So millionaire status at work, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So I walked over to her. I said, Miss Patty, I said, why did you tell us if we don't like our positions to get really good at it? I said, did you hear any complaining or something? She said because this is public, so you might want to move around. She said you see them three guys, and she pointed at them. 3 guys over there, they slacking. They always slack. She said it's gonna be a long time before they move anywhere. They come in late. They have to do everything. She said when there comes time when your probation period is up, the ones who've been busting their butt, those are the first ones who get promoted with double raises. So I said that just to drop a bug in y'all ear, but she broke it down to me on why she said it.
You want to know why? Because you went and asked, and you was intuitive.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it takes. Yeah, that's what it takes. Because there's no, listen, being on the front line, as bad as I want to pass this baton, if there's nobody there to reach and grab it, guess what happens? It falls to the ground.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's where it's a two-way street, and those that are trying to go to certain places, like honestly, bro, some of the mentors that I've had in my life, bro, I had to pay for that, bro. I had to go to a conference. I had to take coaching sessions and pay. I had to pay for coaching because listen, Brent, this is for y'all that's skimming, and it's like this because I was there too, because I had to wait till I had the money to get to a certain place, because some of them they're not cheap price tags.
No, they're not
at all.
So I get it. Trust me, I get it. I understand, but you can't want to get everything for free because you're only going to get limited access. Because what happens is when you pay that price is going to get you access that you didn't have access to before. And so you can't look at the price as you're losing something, but you got to look at it as you're investing in something.
I heard someone say this right here. I heard someone say, you talking about how much it costs. What about the cost it's going to cost you if you don't?
Right.
Yeah.
But now, bro, I want to pay now.
Right.
I'm starting to understand
what
I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to buy that. I want to get that. How much that?
Right.
That 500, that 590, that 890. I want to pay that.
Right. Bro, it gives you access.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. You get access to a realm that you wouldn't have access to.
And it gives you to an access, a way of thinking you wouldn't gravitate or even have the ability to get to. Because think of the access, bro. Bro, you're going to treat what you pay different than what you get for free.
Exactly. And everything that comes with it. The people, because listen. Bro, when Dale said this right here, he said, listen, y'all can sit in those chairs if y'all want to, but y'all better network. He said, because these guys that are on this stage, y'all can't pay their speaker fee.
Trying to tell you.
Or their coaching fee or whatever fee. He's like, trust me. He say, so while they're here, you better get all you can.
Exactly.
And it wasn't a downplay. It was like, yeah, these some top notch guys. Like I looked them up.
and look what you were in the presence of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you may not even had to pay that to get it, but they paid that for you to make it available, just because they understand what a person can't buy.
Mm-hmm.
So even people don't even take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. So you either gonna pay it for it this way, you gonna pay for it down the road. Either way, you gonna come to that fork in the road. Like I gotta make some better decisions.
Bro, look, sometimes you ain't, and sometimes you ain't even gotta pay for it with your pocket. Pay for it with you.
Yeah.
Oh, they need something, go help them out.
Right.
Go pick up his Bible.
Right.
Go carry the podium on stage. Go ahead and go sweep that up.
Mm-hmm.
Go open the door for him.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you if you open the door for him long enough, if he praying in backstage, he gonna pull you in there with him. I bet you. It happened to me before. I'm back there.
No, you're on a first name basis.
I'm back there. Pastor Tim come off stage. He just wrap me up, praying on me. You got that? I'm back there sweeping up the trash. Oh, snap. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay. Oh. Oh.
You got knocked up.
Oh. Okay. He started praying them. I started leaning with the broom. Oh.
Lead with it. Man down. Man down.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes you don't come out the pocket with stuff. Sometimes you be the you pay for it. You pay for it with you.
Yeah. It has to come from you regardless of where it comes from.
Pay for it with you.
Yeah, man.
Pay for it with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you ain't gotta pay.
Yeah. Well, you always have to pay it. Just inform. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Because that's how was it? I think Les Brown. I think that's how Les Brown got his start. It's about serving. Like the greatest in the kingdom is the one who serves. It ain't the one that got all the stuff. It ain't the one that got it all together. It's the one that serves.
They the one who learn what to do.
You know what I'm saying?
You won't learn nothing by, if you want to play football, you won't learn nothing by sitting your behind on the sideline. You have to go in and get hit a couple times. Know how to move your feet. Know how to.
You got to
get in the game.
There, bro.
You got to apply.
Yeah.
Guess what? Look, even the sorriest player on the football team knows how to play football. He knows how to run routes. He knows how to watch film. He can't play worth a lick, but he can teach somebody, okay, this is this is that, they supposed to do this, you supposed to do this. No, you supposed to run over there. You can't do it. You sorry, but I know what to do.
Right.
I understand the playbook.
Because I've been in the game. I'm not as good as you.
Right.
But I can teach your star player what this route means.
Yep.
Because I've been in the game.
And that's why you have coaches like that. They never played to the magnitude of a superstar, but they could be a good coach because they still was in the game. They still was a part of the team. They might not have been the best on the team, but then they began to gain knowledge, and guess what? They become one of the best coaches that you've ever been.
That's like the real fat police officer. I'm like, hold on. So why you out here again? You out here? Oh, okay. You finna shoot because you definitely ain't finna run nobody down. You definitely not finna run nobody down. You definitely not. Okay. You definitely can't. Oh, you finna retire. You gotta be, cause you definitely not finna run nobody down. He's like, oh, but I don't understand that concept still. Like, why you
Sherman? Stop it, Sherman.
Why you moving that again?
That was funny.
No, what you finna do. Okay.
Oh man. Well, listen, man, we gotta get ready to wrap this thing up, man. It's been another great episode, man. We thank y'all for once again rocking with us, man, and keep supporting us, man. Keep liking, sharing everything, man. Give us feedback. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. We definitely read them.
Definitely.
And we're gonna make it do what it do. So
we love all law enforcement. We love all of them. For sure.
Yeah, man. So we gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. And So, any last minutes, man? Any
Man,
last words, man?
don't be afraid to invest in you. Like, don't be afraid to what you don't know keep you from what you can know.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's fire.
I need you to repeat that, bro.
Don't allow what you don't know to keep you from what you can know.
Bars.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to talk to people, man. Like, just man, all my blessings came from off the stage. Just going to just really to just boom, hit the road, willing to network, willing to. That's what it's about, man. Look at the concert from this past weekend, bro. Like, well, the weekend before. Um, the connections that made, the new relationships that's been built. Like, dude still hit me up. What's up, bro? Hey, I'm straight. What's going on with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's genuine, man, because that's people are looking for that.
Yeah.
So if that's something what you're looking for, be willing to pay for it. Be willing to pay it for, and that's with your time. That's what whatever you can bring to the table.
Yeah.
If it's not a lot, cool. When you get with a mentor, they can expand on the little that you got.
That's good. That's good. So don't let what is it? Say that again.
Don't allow what you don't know to keep you from what you can know.
Don't allow what you don't know to keep you
From
from what you can know.
And that's why
Dang.
that's why I don't know nothing, but I finna know a whole bunch of something a little bit.
Well,
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
yeah. So
I'm trying to tell you.
that's it,
For real,
man.
for real.
Well, listen, bro. It's been lovely, man. We
Yes,
overstayed
sir.
our time, so we want to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. So, hey, man, don't let what you don't know keep you from what you can know. And we gonna end it off with that note right there, man.
For sure.
Hey, y'all continue to look us up social media, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, social medias, check us out, man. Dub got a lot of stuff going on. Zala's got some new music stuff coming out. Don't forget to check the website, man, and copy of the new book, man. Y'all go copy that. Got some more stuff dropping this year. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Continue to support, man. Anything, like I said, hit us up in the comments. We definitely get those. But till then, man, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the love.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. Remember, and shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. God bless y'all, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Holla
Peace.
back.